Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Professional's Pulse. I'm Farida Musaddi, the co founder and CEO of Al Fateh Technologies Dubai. Well, today I'm actually thrilled to have you join us on this insightful discussion that promises to change the way that we think about happiness. Of course, the definition of happiness is different for each one of us. We often, chase success, wealth, and external achievements, believing that they will bring to us happiness. But what if true happiness isn't just a definition, but a science based approach to life? Joining us today, we have Ms. Shilpa Rani, who will take us through the science of happiness, a 360 degrees perspective of life. Shilpa brings a deep understanding of how happiness is influenced by psychology, neuroscience, and our daily habits. So, together on this episode, we'll explore what science says about happiness and fulfillment, the practical strategies to cultivate happiness in our personal and professional life, and also the mindset shifts that can lead to a long term well being. So, please welcome with me Ms. Shilpa Rani. Shilpa, welcome to the Professionals Pulse. Thank you
Thank
so much for being there today with us on the Saturday
thank
morning.
thank you so much. It's my really pleasure and privilege to be the part of that. Because as a life coach and NLP practitioner, it's always my passion to spread the happiness around me. So I'm
That's
really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
that's wonderful, Shilpa. So, for everyone, Shilpa is the founder and CEO of Success Spot, which is a distinguished life coaching and training consultancy located in Dubai, as well as the initiator of the Women of Wonders, which is the WOW group, which aims to empower women through supportive community initiatives and personal development opportunities. She has received the UAE Achievers Award in the Best Life Coach category in 2023, which reflects her dedication to influencing positive change in an individual's life. As a senior certified life coach and NLP, which is neuro linguistic programming practitioner, she has developed a comprehensive skill for delivering effective coaching and training across a spectrum of contexts, from educational institutions to corporate organizations. Her areas of specialization include leadership training and coaching, educator training, child parent coaching, soft skills development, life skills training, and corporate training. Her professional mission is to transform the lives of individuals by guiding them to realize their full potential and achieve personal growth. Through customized coaching and training programs, she endeavors to empower her clients to attain self discovery and also become exemplary versions of themselves. Shilpa, once again, it's wonderful to have you here, and we are looking forward to some really interesting discussions today.
Thank you so much for this detailed introduction about me. Thank you so much, dear.
So, Shilpa, to begin with, according to you, what is happiness? How would you define happiness?
Yes. So, because of your, detailed introduction about me, now I am happy. My dopamine and serotonin is high now. Thank you for that.
I'm glad.
And yes, so I really like the first sentence that you posed in the LinkedIn. Like, is it a mindset? Is it a science or the way of life? Of course, as per my experience, I would say that it's a combination of three, because unless we know that what is the science behind something, maybe it's a happiness or whatever in our life, if you doesn't know that science, we will not follow that. So it's a mindset, science, and the way of life as well. And what is happiness? It's a state of being in which one feels it differ from person to person.
True.
And the happiness is a response of a variety of stimuli. variety of positive stimuli, isn't it? The negative will not come as happiness. It's a response of a positive stimuli. It might be like we accomplished, I got good marks, and I got some awards, or I got immense profit from my business, or I am being with my loved ones. It might be anything. So all
Anything.
the positive stimuli that feeling is a happiness.
Okay.
And we can say that science behind that. Okay, obviously the science is there. There are four hormones are there. It's like the dopamine, serotonin, endorphin, and oxytocin. So these are the
Okay.
four. They are dancing like anything. So whatever we are doing, it will be going ups and downs.
Okay. All right.
So, so that is
And
a
the
happiness.
definition is, I'm saying that the definition is different for each one, right? For happiness.
Exactly, because for me, I would say that it's not the profit from my business. For me, okay, obviously it is a factor.
True.
It is just a factor. But for me, happiness is I want to sleep peacefully.
Correct.
For me, I would say I'm healthy, touch wood. Too.
Yes.
As of now, there is no. I'm wealthy. I have loved ones. I'm good family. Everything I have, but maybe I have clients with me. So they're saying, Shilpa, I have everything, but I'm missing something in my life. Once we are digging into their problems, they have some triggers in their mind, maybe from their childhood or anything that is um, poking them, and they will feel something. So for me, peaceful sleep is a happiness for me. Okay, wealth, money, relationship, everything is perfectly fine, but these all are the factors in your life.
Okay.
So that's why I told this state of being which will feels differ from person to person. Some person have only they need only success in their life. Whatever they want to achieve, once they achieve, they will be happy.
Correct.
But
Absolutely true.
it is the positive stimuli that we are getting from outside.
Okay. So, as a life coach, you often work with people who are seeking greater happiness, right? From a scientific perspective, as you explained, do you believe that this happiness can be measured or quantified? And if so, then how do you help your clients to track their progress?
Perfect question. In psychology, we have a lot of techniques and assessment tools are available nowadays. Okay, so
Okay.
in the psychological assessment will be there, physiological assessment will be there, and once the client is coming to it, definitely we through their current level, how they are going through, what are their triggers, if they are going through any emotions, maybe it's an anger or the sad or depression, anxiety disorder, it might be anything. So we are going through what triggers them most, how long it is sustaining.
Okay.
And American psychology, they have a lot of psychological assessments are there. So we will say panas is a positive and negative assessment schedule. So once
Okay.
you're going through that, we can fill out that form, and from that we will come to know that okay, this
Okay.
particular person is going through this much happiness from the scale from 1 to 10. So
All right.
definitely we have different assessment tools and techniques we are using in our clients. Yes.
Okay. But are they effective to measure, or how correct are these tools?
Yes, exactly. It's correct, perfectly correct. But we
Okay.
cannot say that 100%. Whatever we are taking in this world, there is no perfect like 10%, right? But
Absolutely. That's
80
true.
to 90% is as per my experience, it is correct. Because
Okay.
once I am keeping this psychological or physiological assessment along with the emotions and the problem with the client, yes, it's right. So then only we can assess that how their level of emotions. Then only we can guide my client to go further.
Correct. That's true. Uh, Also, that research shows that small or consistent habits, can significantly impact your happiness.
Hmm.
What are these some of the small practical science backed habits which people can incorporate into their daily routines to boost their overall well-being, especially when they are juggling with work and family, because nowadays sometimes it gets really difficult to find a balance. So some things that everybody can practice to maintain that equilibrium.
Mm. That's why everyone is missing in our life. That is a
That's
habits, that science backed habits, right? So all the researchers show that small, okay, take the small step, not the big step. Maybe today
okay.
we are zero in that step, but
Yeah,
tomorrow at least point 0.5 or 1. Take
correct.
that initiative, and very important, it must be consistent. You must be consistent in that habit, so we
Absolutely.
can significantly impact on our happiness level. Some can
Okay.
easily incorporate in our daily routines. It's very simple thing and very powerful. But because of the simplicity, maybe because of the lateness, procrastinations, or because of our emotions, we will not be able to, incorporate in our daily life.
Okay.
And the first thing is practice gratitude. All of us are blessed with a lot of things in our life, right? So
True.
we will feel that what is that? Is it nonsense like that? Okay, I'm thanking to God. You have to thanking to everything, that even though we are drinking water, also we have to be thankful, right?
Correct.
So that gratitude means we are feeling some good feelings. We are giving that good feelings to our subconscious mind.
Okay.
And once a subconscious mind in NLP, we will say neuro linguistic programming, we are just subconscious mind actually helping us to do a lot of things. Once you're sleeping, the subconscious mind is working. We are sleeping in the conscious mind only. So
Correct.
whatever we are giving to the subconscious mind, it will come out in our sleeping, and it will affect for throughout in our life or throughout in our day. So
Okay.
practice gratitude and physical activity like exercise or yoga or anything. Then prioritize sleep. Please keep a
Correct.
consistent bedtime routine. It is very important.
Okay.
And Hal Elrod, okay, the person called Hal Elrod, he wrote a book called The Miracle, Morning Miracle.
Okay.
So in that miracle morning routine, he's saving the savers, Savers, savers. So savers means first is a silence.
Okay.
If you're starting the day, start the day with the silence.
Okay.
And once you're prioritizing the sleeping, for example, if you're going to 10 o'clock, please make sure that 4 or 5 o'clock we are waking up. It should be the routine.
Okay.
So maybe today we woke up at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow we cannot wake up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So at least
True.
30 minutes ahead.
Yeah. Gradually.
Gradually take the simple step.
Correct.
And in syllabus it will silence. Just sit for 10 to 15 minutes silence. And it is SAVERS, 6 activities
Okay.
are there. So at least 1 minute, okay, 1 minute is not enough. So at least 2 minutes. So 12 minutes from the starting stage, if you are doing it. Silence at least 2 minutes. Just sit in your breath, concentrate in your breathing.
Okay.
Then affirmations. I'm very powerful. If you're not confident, you are feeling that you are confident, you are beautiful, you can do anything, you are powerful. In front of
True.
the mirror, or just say loudly
Okay.
affirmations and visualization. It's already happened. Whatever you want to achieve in your life, just visualize it. It's already happened. Just
Yes.
visualize for 2 minutes. In the starting stage, I'm saying we can do it from 6 to 60 minutes. All
Okay.
this as per our capability or time. So
True.
exercise, physical exercise, might be the yoga or any some stretching exercises. That's enough.
Correct.
Then reading books. It's not the horror movies or fiction movies. Like whatever for our personal development, giving us happiness. Just do it. Practice it. And the
Okay.
last one, journaling. We'll say S is scribbling. So
Scribble. Okay.
just do something. Just write it. Whatever you want it in your life goals, or whatever your happiness, or what is giving you, the meaningful life of the day. Just do it. So do it
Okay.
consistently. 2 minutes today, tomorrow 3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's a consistent, significant impacts in your happiness level.
All right. Savers.
Yes.
Savers. Wonderful.
SAVERS. So miracle morning routine.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think about affirmations, even I have heard, and one is the journaling part, that whatever you
Yes.
want to achieve, you should make it a point to write it down
Yes,
every day.
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And it does help in some way because you start channelizing your energies in achieving that.
Perfect. Yes.
Yes, true.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful.
So
I think
that energy will not drain out.
correct.
We
And I
are
think
focusing on one thing, right?
yes, yes.
Yes. We will get more clarity on that.
Correct. That what is it that actually want? And that morning time is so peaceful because
Hmm.
there is no hustle, nothing. You are with yourself completely. So you know exactly what do you want.
Exactly. For the entire day, what you want. And
Exactly.
as per my suggestion, I would say our day is not starting from the morning. To be frank, okay, this miracle morning we can start is very powerful, but before going to sleep, before
Okay.
1 hour, at least no screen time. At least reading time is perfectly fine, or just have a chit chat with your loved ones, your family members. Just
Correct.
have a peaceful background music and go to sleep. Your day starts from the last night itself, because the subconscious mind we are giving that positiveness, and once you're waking up, that positiveness will be there in your mind.
Correct.
Yes.
Very true. And these are very simple things that one can follow. Does not need any thing, which is out of your routine or something which is
No,
difficult.
no, it's very simple thing. That's why maybe people are not believing that it's very simple thing. Even I can do it, but they're not following it and they're not seeing the result.
True.
It's very powerful.
Correct.
Yes.
So again, let's talk about parenting because many of us are, of course, at that stage uh, where our kids are in different stages of life: teenagers, toddlers, kids, adults. So it is both rewarding and at times it's really exhausting. So how can parents maintain their own happiness while raising children? And are there any specific strategies to avoid the burnout and still stay connected with their kids? Because often we get so exhausted looking after the family, looking after the kids, that people say that we are left with no time with our own selves. And
Hmm.
because of that, because of the frustration that builds up within us, often it comes out on the children also. When you, even if you talk about professionals, because sometimes there's the guilt factor also, that I'm not giving enough time to my child, and then that comes out in different ways. So how would you address that?
It is nowadays, because I have parents coming to me. It's like, ma'am, what should I do? Because I'm a working mom, especially it's coming to women's.
True.
Okay,
Yes.
we are human. So it's mostly, I'm not saying like women are the only parenting. No, it's not like that. The first thing, please make sure that be empathetic. As a parent, be empathetic. So we have to put the shoes of that child.
Correct.
That's the only thing actually we have supposed to do. But most
Okay.
parents are not doing that. It's a sad part, but most parents are not doing that. So the first thing is self care. About, if I'm a parent, self care.
Correct.
Because all the parents nowadays, even though the parents are not working, not working parents, I'm not saying that household loans are not, you know uh, yeah, it's not like that, but they are very depressed, anxiety, maybe the guilty feelings, I couldn't do anything, even though I have one client, Shilpa, I have everything, but I'm missing something in my life, I couldn't raise my child properly, I'm just getting anger with her. So what should I do? Because self care is the most important thing. Unless we self care ourselves, we are like the boiling water. I used to say to my all to my clients, we are in the boiling water, we will not be able to see our face properly, right? We
Correct.
cannot replicate what is that. we will not be able to see, or we will not get the focus and clarity in our life.
True.
So be the cool water. The cool water means we can see our face very clearly, and something, bad things are there, we can segregate it with our hands. But boiling water, we cannot put our hands, right? The
Correct.
sand or any, unwanted things
Impure.
we can put out, and it will be very clear. So don't be the boiling water. Self routine, self care for parents is very important. Mindful self care.
Correct.
That is very important. So, four pillars, like we will say, love and connection with the child is very important. Please don't yell at them. Please don't shout. Okay, sometimes we are human beings, we will shout at them, but that is one person. It is enough because we need that set the boundaries, or they must feel that, okay, I did something wrong or something is there that time only. So, once you are shouting or say something, hey, you had it, why? Okay, that sound raising, the child will understand, okay, something really unwanted thing I did. Okay, suddenly he or she will stop it. Every time if you're shouting and yelling, then definitely they will feel that distance from us. They will not share anything with us. So love, hug them daily, kiss them daily, and say I love you.
Okay.
It's a powerful word to the kid.
True.
Self-esteem, their self-confidence. See the difference in 1 week, 7 days.
Yeah.
Otherwise, come to me. See the
They will
difference
feel
in seven
wanted.
days. Sorry?
They'll feel wanted and they will feel that importance.
Importance. They will feel that, okay, mama or dada is with me. And consistently and set the boundaries with them is perfectly fine. And open, respectful communication. The parents will say, communicate with them, but all the time the tone is different. The
Correct.
loving tone must be there. The communication, listen to them, patience.
And I think sometimes what even happens is, many a times we treat them as kids, or if they have an opinion, maybe at that time we don't value that so much because we feel that they are thinking from a childlike perspective.
Yes,
But often, nowadays kids also have very strong opinions, and many a times, they actually come up with realistic ideas, realistic solutions. So I think that is also important, to value their conversation rather than just disregarding it as a childlike banter.
exactly. The founder of Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalytic, he said that child is a father of man. And that is true. Because
Correct.
personally, I'm learning a lot of things from my son,
Correct.
to be frank. I'm
Absolutely.
learning a lot of things. I heard, like fortnightly, I will ask him, what should I improve? Initially I was having anchor, to be frank. I had anchor, so I said, Aniket, his name is Aniket, so he said, Aniket, what should I do? So he said, mama, sometimes you are shouting at me like anchor. It's not purposefully, but sometimes he will not have writing something, I will call something, he will not come like that. So I was okay. Then I understood that, I learned from him.
True.
So ask questions to your kid how you can improve. They will say than anyone else in the world because they don't have any filter, nothing, nothing in there. They are pure. They don't want
That's
anything from you, just love. So they will open up. If you really want to improve as a parent and as a person, ask your kid how you can improve. They will say. And
I think
don't
that
compare. Yes, please do. All the parents must do that. And don't compare with any kid in this world. Everyone is unique. Everyone is unique.
that's for sure. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
And they
So
don't
that,
like that comparison.
no, they don't
Ab-
like it. Even though we are saying that that person, no, they don't. We didn't like it, right?
Absolutely.
When we
Yes.
were the child, we also had the same thing.
Correct. True.
Then why should we?
Absolutely.
Just kiss them, love them, and see the difference, how they are approaching, their attitude, their confidence, their lifestyle, everything will change. And no need to shout at them, they will listen to you.
True. True. No, I think
Yes.
that's wonderful, and I'll definitely try the feedback thing. I
Yes.
think as you mentioned, it's a great way because they don't have a filter. They'll give their honest opinion to us.
Very honest thing they will give you, and you can improve it.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes.
So, Shilpa, happiness is, often perceived very differently, even across cultures.
Hmm.
In your experience as a life coach, how do the cultural differences shape people's understanding of happiness, particularly in terms of, the family dynamics and the relationships? What can people learn from these very diverse perspectives? Some cultures follow different ways, some of them are completely different. So, again, not from individual to individual, but culturally also the definitions are different. How do
Hmm.
you deal with that?
It's the culture. Once it's coming to the culture, we must go to our root, right from the parents itself. So how we raised up, that is very important. So whatever culture we brought up in, raised in India, and we are here in Dubai. Okay,
Correct.
same way, different people. Those who are not some other countries everywhere, like maybe USA or UK or whatever it is, but wherever you are, accept everything mindfully and reject it mindfully.
Okay.
That is the one thing we can do, because happiness will differ. As I told, happiness will differ. The pleasure, the most of the people nowadays, they need the instant pleasure.
Correct.
Instant pleasure, they don't want the long term pleasure or happiness in their life, right? So social influence, their lifestyle impacts their family relationships.
Correct.
So I would say the last week my husband was in a European tour. So he went to Switzerland, and that time my husband was saying, in Dubai our day starts at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Right? We are live and everything like that. Switzerland, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. most of the shops are closed and people are in their
Yes.
house. So that differ the culture, but wherever we are, be mindful to our peace of mind. Whatever
Correct.
activities we are indulging in, just be mindful. That's the only thing we can do. Definitely
Okay.
the culture will be different, our lifestyle will be different, our mindset will be different, but how we can incorporate in our relationships, in your family, and in our professional and personal life, that is very important. Wherever we are, we have to be like mindful.
Because see, what happens is, if I'm, as you mentioned, your husband was on a trip. Now that's a short trip. Many a
Yep.
times people have to migrate for work and go into a completely different kind of country, as you mentioned, Switzerland. Like my husband had been to Australia. Again, they have, a similar pattern where 6:37 everything closes down and people are relaxed at home. So how does one adapt, to that thing? Also, some of them can adapt easily, some people take a lot of time to adapt to such thing, and because of that there is that homesickness that one suffers, and one wants to go back to their home country. That also affects your personal, your professional life. So any way that one can deal with that also?
Yeah, that is the one thing, like acceptance, accountable. Please be accountable to that. Adaptability is the first thing, but it comes from the self care. The self care is a 360-degree, that physical, emotional, mental, psychological one. So once we are giving self care to ourselves, we will get a good perception about life.
Okay.
Those who doesn't have the self care, they will not be able to they will not get the clarity of life. If you have the
Correct.
clarity, definitely we can easily be accept anything, and we can be like that, we can adapt to any situations in our life. So that time homesickness will not come. Okay, some students must have, but I don't understand, some adults will say I have homesickness. And you have to be self-care, care yourself, love yourself. It is not the selfish thing, it is a thing that you are doing for your loved ones ourselves. Because if you are a boiling water, nobody will like you. No one will be communicate with you. No one will come to you. No one will like you, right? You will
Yes.
anchor to them, and do you will also get the same reflection back to you.
Correct.
The same way. if you are doing the self-care mindfully, definitely we can adapt to any situations in your life very easily, because our mind is set like that. It
Okay.
will go to a subconscious mind. Okay, I'm perfect. I'm confident to adapt to any situations in my life. I have clarity and focus. So
Correct.
once
The
you're focused,
affirmations.
done.
Yes.
Easily we can adapt to any situations, any culture, any lifestyle, any mindsets. Simple.
So the most important is self love.
Self love, self care.
Correct.
Ask me, Shilpa, is a self care means it's like going to parlor or doing something like that. It is also we can inculcate with the life, but it's not like that. Accept as you have, and you have to give that nutrition to your mind, your body, your body and mind.
Correct.
Once that coordination is there, you can handle anything in the life.
True. That's
To
true.
be frank, sometimes it's very difficult, but we have to practice it. Once you see that, you can do anything in the life.
It is not easy, but as you mentioned at the beginning, we have to start step by step, a little bit at a time.
Yes.
Correct.
But once you are starting, it will be your habit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whatever you are practicing in will psychology, we will say that 21 days of practice will make you the habit.
True. That's
So
true. Yes. That's what.
22nd day, we will not be able to sit like that. I want to do it. It should be like that because it already went to your brain,
Subconscious.
and it will come to your subconscious mind. That coordination will be there. Definitely, we will start the day with the same thing, whatever the routine we had followed. It will be then,
Okay.
it will be very easy.
True. Absolutely true. Uh, Coming to my next question, even many professionals, they
Hmm.
struggle to balance their careers and the family life.
Hmm.
With women, I think this is more as compared to men, but definitely it's with everyone. How can individual prioritize their relationships and family without sacrificing their professional goals? What role do strong personal relationship also play in the overall happiness? Because sometimes people let go, or they feel that maybe at this stage of life I should not take up this because I have a responsibility.
Hmm.
Sometimes people have loans to pay off, so even if there is a new opportunity, or they let that go because they feel that that risk taking ability may not be there, or they may not be able to handle that situation very well at this stage in life. So
Hmm.
again, how do one balance that?
It's everything start from the family. If you have a professional problem, actually that person might have personal problems as well. From my observation, I would say that, because once I'm going to the corporate training, some people have we will uh, analyze that person and something will be there. So one to one session I will have some what is the actual problem. Once we are going through the root cause is a family problem. So
Correct.
everything start from the family. If the family is happy of that person, definitely he can handle anything very easily without anchor, without fear. In psychology, we will say imposter syndrome. Am I capable to do it?
Yes.
I have the ability to do it. Imposter syndrome will not come. Anchor will not be there. Fear will not be there. Depression, anxiety disorders will not be there. Because they, in their mind, they know that I have a supportive family, listening family. And
Correct.
actually, it is not the problem with the family, it's me. Because unless I have respectful communication with my family, unless I have practiced active listening from my family members, the problem starts from there, right? The
Very
triggers from there. So prioritize yourself, prioritize quality time with your family, uninterrupted quality time. Nowadays we are seeing that people are okay having quality time, maybe movie or having something, go to park or something, but all the times we are scrolling, isn't it? Maybe the mails or something, okay, but that's why I told uninterrupted. We can. but we will not do it. Suppose our battery, the mobile battery is drained, or we don't have any range in that area. Definitely, we will not use the mobile, right?
Correct.
This is just an excuse. Like, it's in our mind, it's in our habit. So
Yes.
prioritize quality time, schedule regular dedicated time for your family, to family loved ones. No screen time.
Correct.
That is very important. So that dedicated, and another thing is set the boundaries for that. If they set the boundaries, I will say that if they set the boundaries doesn't mean that say no to the family members or something like that. You have to specially communicate with your family members, dedicate one workspace for you. Once you are at home, dedicate one special workplace and communicate with your family respectfully. Once I am this workplace, please don't
Disturb
disturb
me.
me.
Correct.
I'm this once I'm coming back, and once you prioritize your uninterrupted quality time, definitely they will not come and interrupt you. That is another thing, right?
Correct. Of
He knows
course.
that okay, once he or she finishes work, he will come back or she will come back to us. So don't
Correct.
disturb her.
Correct.
Yes. So
True.
that's so seek support. If you have some, balancing issues, definitely please don't seek support from your family members or friends. That's my request. Those who are listening to me, please don't seek any support from your family members or your friends, because they are seeing only the one side of you, and they even though they have some close with you, they will be with you, they will not be with the other family member, because I have seen all these things in my client's life. That's why
Correct.
I'm saying, so please seek the professional help, supportive
Yes.
system from the profession, and they will not judge you, they will be the neutral, and they will help you out to come out from this situation.
Correct. They will
Another
have a
thing,
360-degree view of yourself.
yes,
Correct. True.
exactly, another thing, we are coming back to the self-care again.
Yes. Yeah. And as someone is asking, that can you give some points on how to do self care? I think what you mentioned right at the beginning, which is the savers point every morning, which you practice. I think that is also one of the most important routine that comes
That
in
is
self.
one of the most important. Everyone can practice it. That is a self care.
Correct.
Do time for yourself, and please make sure that it doesn't mean that self care doesn't mean that hanging out with friends and having alcohol and smoking. Please, I'm not encouraging any of the clients to do that, because it badly affect our physical, emotional, mental well being.
Correct.
The self care, everything that I want to be happy. So instant pleasure like this,
Correct.
one instant, 1 minute. No, after 20 to 25 minutes, the dopamine will come down and you will be in problem.
Correct.
The sleeping pattern will change, behavioral patterns will change, so you will be in problem. Please do mindful self-care, like savers, like sleep. Adequate sleep is very important. Then affirmations, meditation, prayer. That time you can do anything like prayer or meditations or breathing technique, pranayams, might be anything. Visualizations, reading books, hang out with friends with good circle. Very important. Please stick with good, circle only.
Good circle.
Please say, and self care. One another thing I forgot, set boundaries. If you want to say no, please say no to that situation or person.
Correct.
Please say no. No means no. That is a full sentence. No. I'm not into that, please.
Yeah. And many people find it difficult to say no.
Very difficult to say, because once it's coming to our,
Yeah.
friends or family members, even though if you are feeling that they are toxic to you, please say no to them.
Correct. Correct.
Please don't go to that, bad circle or bad habit people. They will drag your energy. They will drain, like drain your energy level.
Correct.
Yes, that is a self care.
So, Shilpa, happiness and resilience, they seem to go hand in hand. How do you help these professionals build resilience to face the challenges, and how does that also contribute to long term happiness, especially as we mentioned in the context of family and relationships, where you said that one should seek help of a professional. So how does the professional help? Because most of the people feel that my family is close to me, I should share things with my family, and maybe that will be a way out. So how would a professional, because they feel that a professional doesn't know about my life, what have I been through, what has been my journey, how do you think that is different when I seek professional help?
Yeah. So once you have challenges in our situation, resilience, like, definitely it's balancing one. So be accountable. We can change the challenges as opportunities. Like, so if we have some problems in our workplace, what you should do, we must identify our own strengths and weakness, right? We can identify our own strengths and weakness.
Correct.
Maybe it's not our problem, that reflection of that person, that you are in a backstabbing you or something like that. But if you have that accountability, okay, I'm taking this accountable, I am accountable for this, I'm responsible for that. And once you are taking that, we will see that another person against you also will change. And in that situation, we will understand that, okay, I'm resilient, I have this ability, I have this strength, and I have this weakness. We can change that challenges into opportunities.
Okay.
And don't be the growth mindset, sorry, fixed mindset. Be in the growth mindset. For the
Correct.
professional
Very
person, we
important.
want to grow, right?
Correct. That's
So
very
that,
important.
yes, very important. So that growth will come gradually.
True.
How the diamond is coming from the charcoal.
Correct.
Different, process is there, right?
Yes.
So if you want
Correct.
to grow, don't be in the fixed one. We will get beaten by someone, we will have, a lot of things in our life. If you are in the growth mindset, definitely we will accept that, we will be accountable for that, and we will accept that situation as it is. Okay, I have this strength and I have this weakness, because once this situation came, I act like this. Please don't, react, respond,
Correct.
proact. Please don't react. React means if someone is slapping you, you will slap them
Immediate. Yes.
immediately, but respond to that. Response is different, reaction is
Yes.
different.
And
So
it's a
be
very
proactive.
thin line between the two.
Yes. So in that situation, please do like that. Even in your professional or personal life, it is very, you know,
Correct.
uh, powerful do. You have to do
Yeah.
it and maintain that positive relationship with anyone. Okay, even though if they are doing something back to us, it's not the problem of us. It's the problem of that person. If you are accepting that person as it is, we will also act according to that. So
Correct.
maintain that positive relationship ourselves is the first thing we can do.
True. That's so true.
And no anchor. Why should we anchor? Our cortisol level will increase, then our liver, will become problem, and you know that what will happen. Our high blood pressure, heart, and once you are doing the physiological, some clients will come, and once you're testing the physiological, they have in these panic attacks will be there, and they will sweat. Like the palms will be sweat very easily, and the heartbeats will become
Faster.
high. So it is also the mental level will become, something.
Correct. Correct.
So please don't be anchor. And as a coach, we once the client is coming to us, we will have the open-ended questions. So once you are asking the open-ended question, they will explain everything to us. From there,
Okay.
we will catch, okay, what is the emotion of this client? What is their trigger? When they are getting, this going through this emotion, how long it will sustain, and how they can come out from that. So, reflective inquiry, we will do it. So, a
Okay.
reflective inquiry in the sense like what is their thought process, their emotions, their feelings, all this. So that's why, as a coach, we are helping the client in challenging situations. And once it's coming to our professional way, definitely I prefer like please go to any professional ways or everywhere we cannot see whatever our expectations, right?
Correct.
So just be accountable for the situation, accept as it is, do that growth mindset.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think that's really important as a professional, having the growth mindset and to respond, not to react. I think these are two very important thumb rules that a professional should always have in mind, to have, a good or a successful journey. Because the moment you start reacting to every situation, sometimes that can just go against you
Not sometimes, every time.
every
Even in
time.
your personal life, if you are reacting to something, be just be silent.
Correct.
And after something, that person will, why should I have to wait, right? Once
Correct.
you are reacting, what will happen? It will go to the next level.
Next level.
We will
True.
not be able to handle that situation. Just be silent, keep quiet. After
True.
some time, that person will be okay. Then we will ask, are you okay? Whatever the situation, did you reflect on that? We cannot do a lot of things after, because we will say in NLP, will say the elephant is coming. Once you are going to react, even because of some other, you know, against person reaction, we will also react.
Correct.
Or simply we are just getting anchor, burst of anger or something, some bad negative emotions trigger that, okay, elephant is coming. You know that what will happen, that that elephant is coming to your house.
True.
So once we trigger the elephant is coming, we have to do some mindful practices, like at least you can rub your palm,
Okay.
okay, like this, and we will feel that energy level in between that. Just keep the cup like this and keep it like this, and through entire body, just it like this, that you can do it. Or
Okay.
if you are in the workplace, we cannot do like this. They will say something problem with you, right? Everywhere it's like that. So what you should do, you can do backwards, like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. So that within that 10 seconds, okay, your mind will be
Cool. Yes.
cool and you will respond instead of react.
True. I think that's a very good technique which one can follow.
Everyone can follow that, everywhere we
Yes.
can follow that. And once the clients are coming to us, they have autoimmune problems are there. Their fibromyalgia and the shoulder pain, neck pains, gut blotting problems, gastric problems. It's because of the depression, anxiety disorders and stress level in their life.
Correct.
And dandruff, we will say the dandruff is because of the scalp or something. No, it's not like that. Once you're going out for funny things and happiness things, after 10 days, see, check your scalp, dandruff will be less or no more dandruff will be there.
Oh,
So everything is related, everything is, that's why it's a 360-degree. If you're
correct.
maintaining your body and mind connection, your mind, emotional, mental well-being, psychological things will be fine.
Oh, wow,
So
that's
everything
wonderful.
is connected.
Correct.
So I have clients like they have shoulder pains and frozen vertigos, fibromyalgia, and every time gastric disorders. Definitely 100% that client is going through stress and depression, no doubt.
Okay. All
And
right.
food.
Correct.
So
And
dark
also,
chocolates are very good for depression. Yes, the dopamine level will increase. Dark chocolate, nuts, all type of nuts, pineapple. So we
okay.
can search on internet. You will get a lot of food that is, inculcate in your day to day life to improve our mood.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So, Shilpa, coming to our last question, with the advancements in AI, uh, remote work, global uncertainty, the world is changing faster than ever. How do you see the science of happiness evolving in the next decade, especially in terms of maintaining strong family bonds and relationships in this digital age? Because our kids are growing up fast, they are every day different thoughts, something that we back as kids did not know. Now we feel that they know at such young ages. So, how do you think, things will change in the next decade, and how does one cope with that as well?
As a mental health professional, I am feeling so worried about that. To be frank, I'm so worried because clients also coming to me are addicted to screen.
Correct. True.
Not kids, because of the parents, the kids
Very
are
true.
like that.
Yes.
Because parents are there in their own world, doesn't have any space to communicate with them, to play with them, have listened, someone will be there. No, they are going in their own path. So please be mindful once you are using this, all the techniques, everything is perfectly fine. Please be mindful and use all these things. Otherwise, uncertainty will come to our family life. Definitely, it will affect our professional life. And 360-degree, the happiness will go like anything.
Correct.
And no one will be able to help. Be accountable to ourselves. And definitely we can use these technologies and driven technologies, and it's immense power in our life. It is immense impact in our life. You have to use it mindfully. Why I'm using this word mindfully? We can do in any ways, right? We can use anything. Even water, the cup of water we can do use in different ways, right? We
True.
can pour it in the alcohol, or we can make it as a juice, or we can make it different ways, right? The way we
Correct.
are using the technology is very important. So instead of going through these unnecessary activities, or unethical things that is affecting our mental, emotional and physical well-being, we can use it very happily. Like, we are here, for example, I'm here in Dubai, so I can seek some professional help or any type of different type of technology available. So I can watch some mindful, happy movies or something, instead of horror movies or unwanted things or something. I can do a lot of things using this
Yeah.
technology. So do it mindfully, and definitely it will give us happiness in our life. So
Rather
I'm
than
really happy about that.
mindless scrolling.
Yes.
I think that is something which is very harmful, and not only kids but adults equally are getting affected by that. The short
Yes,
video
because of
content.
the adults, the kids
Yeah.
are like that. The kids are
Correct.
perfectly fine, the adults are the problem, to be frank. No,
True.
that's why
True.
I told you the Sigmund Freud is perfectly 100% right.
Correct.
We are the father of man. The child is a father of man. We have to, you know, seek lot of things from them.
Yes.
Once we are out of the screen time, definitely they will also come out from that.
Ah, of course.
We
Of
are with
course.
the screen, they will say, then why you're all the time with the screen? And they will think, they will not say, because they are, we will shout to us. They will not say that, but in their mind they will say, we are also, you are also doing it, right? They will not say it, but in their mind it's there.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
don't seek the validation from outside. Bond with
You
your
bring
family
respect
member.
to your own self. Yeah.
Yes,
Correct.
it is very important. Yes, in the technology, that is another thing. We will seek validations or anything from outside. It is really a problem for the entire family. So
Correct.
use the technology as a useful thing, as a mindful thing. It will be great.
Absolutely. So, Shilpa, thank you so much for this lovely conversation. I think many people, I've got comments from a few people who are saying that all the tips that you have shared are very useful, that one can start practicing immediately in their day-to-day life, and we will feel the difference. Many a
Yes,
times we hear these things, we know things, but we do not practice it, we don't start it, because we feel, spending that 1 hour in all of these things will not give me time for my other activities which we feel are more important. But
hmm.
as you again and again stressed, self care is the utmost important thing. Everything comes afterwards if we do the
Yes.
self care.
Everything will be on the track.
Correct.
See
Correct.
the difference in 7 days.
Okay. All
See
right.
this difference in not even 21 days. 7 days if you're continuously doing it. If you wake up today at 6 o'clock, tomorrow 5:30. So
Correct.
day after tomorrow 5:15. Okay, not even 5 o'clock, 5:15. Do all the practices mindful, sit for yourself and do all this. See the difference in 7 days. Mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically.
Okay. No, I think wonderful conversation. I enjoyed myself
Thank
hearing
you.
all of this. So, once again, thank you so much for being a part of the Professionals Pulse and sharing all these insights with us. And as for everyone, so with that, we wrap up another insightful episode of the Professionals Pulse. Again, a huge thank you to Shilpa for sharing her wisdom on the science of happiness and helping us see how these small shifts in mindset and daily habits will create a lasting impact on our well being. I hope everyone that today's conversation has given you valuable insights and practical takeaways to bring more happiness into your life. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to comment to us and write to us and let us know your thoughts also. Let's keep the conversation going. So everyone, stay curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Professionals Pulse. Until then, take care and keep thriving. Thank you.